Democratic candidates for president Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders debated head-to-head for the first time. What they discussed.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. Within the last hour, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi has declared a state of emergency in the county to respond to COVID-19. The declaration dedicates the full allocation of county resources be available to ensure the continuation of core county services in the midst of the pandemic. It comes after Sunday's directive by Public Health of Madison, Dane County to close all schools, place new limitations on restaurants, theaters, and other public gathering spots, and restrict any event over 50 people from occurring. This morning, 29 Wisconsin passengers from the Grand Princess cruise ship were safely returned to Wisconsin. More than 3,500 people were on board the cruise ship. Nearly 30 soldiers and airmen from the Wisconsin National Guard were sent to pick up the Wisconsin residents from that cruise ship that docked at a port in Oakland, California. That's according to Governor Tony Evers. 2 passengers from Wisconsin chose to remain quarantined in Texas. State officials are continuing to work with health officials to return home the 7 Wisconsin passengers who remain in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services custody in California. The residents will self-quarantine for 14 days. There are now more than 3,700 confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. with 69 deaths. Government officials say they are taking steps to isolate Americans and keep those numbers from spiking. The Centers for Disease Control is now recommending no gatherings with 50 or more people to stem the spread of the coronavirus. More stringent measures could be coming.
On a day-by-day basis, we look at this, and literally we will do everything that we can to make sure we safeguard the health and the well-being of the American people. And that means everything and anything we'll consider.
The Senate is back in session this afternoon and will begin discussing a multi-billion-dollar coronavirus relief bill backed by President Trump to help families and employees who are being laid off as a result of the virus. The Federal Reserve cut its benchmark rate to a range between 0 and 1/4%. It's also buying $700 billion in securities to boost money into the economy. That news did not help things on Wall Street. Looking at the Dow at the noon hour, down 2,054 points. The NASDAQ off 632. The S&P 500 down 225. In Europe, 3 of the countries hardest hit by the coronavirus have recorded their highest single-day death toll. Obituaries for virus victims span 10 pages in a local Italian newspaper. Sunday alone, Italy had a record one-day death toll of 368 people. Across Europe, more than 100 million people are now in lockdown. Ski resorts have shut across France, Switzerland, and Austria. So far, there's no lockdown in the UK, but the government warns it may soon order people over 70 to stay at home for up to 4 months.
All gone absolutely crazy, hasn't it? Hasn't everything gone crazy? You're just walking around, people are going constantly.
As Europe scrambles to contain the crisis, the military is monitoring streets in Spain, and police are using drones to broadcast messages urging people to stay home until the pandemic is over. The NFL says it still plans to hold the 2020 draft as scheduled from April 23rd to the 25th, but public draft events in Las Vegas will not take place amid ongoing precautions being taken because of the virus. The NFL said in its release that it is exploring innovative options for how the draft will be conducted and that the event will still be televised. A cloudy start to the week. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warm forecast. Chris?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. We are certainly seeing those clouds out there, so if you want sunshine, you're going to have to do it with personality as you begin to head on out. I want to show you this cloud cover that's out there, and I also want to show you radar at the moment. There's a weak system just to our north and west that might touch off a snow shower or a rain shower later on this afternoon. We're going to have to watch that very closely. For the most part, a lot of areas are going to be dry, but we keep that low, heavy cloud cover around pretty much all afternoon long. That's going to keep temperatures down a little bit as well. We're at 35 in Madison right now. Janesville at 37. This is all up 2 degrees from a couple moments ago. We'll see these temperatures tick up into the upper 30s and then eventually top out right around 40 this afternoon. But notice we are remaining overcast as we go through the process. Also, as we go through the rest of the week, we're going to be tracking even more chances for rain coming our way. You're minutes away from that full forecast.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. 2 people are dead after a utility vehicle went through the ice on the Chippewa River in Chippewa County. The Sheriff's Department got a call to the river about 5 o'clock last night. The Chippewa Falls EMS and dive team were able to find 2 people inside the enclosed utility vehicle on the bottom of the river. A 75-year-old man and his 47-year-old daughter from rural Holcomb were transported to the hospital and later were pronounced dead. No names have been released. The coronavirus and the federal government's response dominated last night's presidential debate. Former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders stood at a safe distance from each other as each argued why they would be the best person to lead the country in a crisis. In their first one-on-one debate, they agreed that they would respond to the coronavirus better than President Trump, but they disagreed about whether a government-run health care plan should be part of the solution.
One of the reasons that we are unprepared and have been unprepared is we don't have a system. We got thousands of private insurance plans. That is not a system that is prepared to provide health care to all people.
That has nothing to do when you're in a national crisis. The national crisis says we're responding. It's all free. You don't have to pay for a thing. That has nothing to do with whether or not you have an insurance policy.
On the topic of a vice presidential pick, Sanders said he would likely pick a woman, while Biden said he will pick a woman to be his vice president. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
What's the secret to making perfect corned beef and cabbage? We've got it, and it's just in time for St. Patty's Day.
Start your next project and save big money now at Menards. Save today on batteries from FPP. This lawn and garden battery is only $19.99 after rebate and exchange. And this deep cycle marine battery is $74.99 after rebate and exchange. Complete your projects quick and easy with Wagner's Flexio 3000 sprayer. It has an improved pattern design and spray control that provides better results. Just $99 after rebate. These deals are going on now. During Menards, think spring sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. At McGann's, our #1 priority is treating our customers right. We want your shopping experience to be fun and informative so you have all the information you need to make smart choices. We're shoppers too, and we believe in treating our guests like family. We always have and always will. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be so glad you did.
Make time to escape to the coast and enjoy 60 miles of beautiful beaches and let the sound of the ocean's tide take you to your happy place. Now's the perfect time to book your spring getaway to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Besides, you deserve it. Seize your moment now and come, let go, and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Updating your kitchen is easy when you call Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Get beautiful cabinet and drawer updates, water-resistant wood stains and finishes. Choices like candlelight, natural maple, and Persian cherry. Finish off with new countertops, and the best part? Your kitchen updates are installed in as little as 2 days. So no long downtime, no long wait to enjoy your beautiful new kitchen. Call now. Score big savings during our Slam Dunk sale with 67% off installation, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. And a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash to use towards kitchen upgrades. Plus, call during this program at 608-298-5383 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with your in-home estimate. Now that's a slam dunk from Mad City Kitchens.
There's no secret to caring for your loved one in a nursing home or an assisted living facility, but visiting frequently and talking to staff is by far the most effective way to make sure that they're being cared for appropriately. Call Bowler & Vaughn for a free consultation.
Every year, right before St. Patrick's Day, we get tons of emails and comments on MrFood.com from viewers asking if we have any suggestions on how to make the perfect corned beef. Well, we do. We've shared how to cook it in a pressure cooker and on the stovetop. But today, I want to show you my favorite way, in a slow cooker. We start off by peeling and chunking up a good amount of carrots and potatoes and placing them in a 5-quart or larger slow cooker. On top of that, we place a raw corned beef brisket with the fat side up. And if your corned beef comes with a seasoning pack, now would be the time to sprinkle that over the meat. Next, we add our secret ingredient, a good amount of apple juice or apple cider. You see, it adds a richness as it cooks, which makes it extra special. All that's left to do is cover it, set it on low, and let the slow cooker do its thing. After a while, we'll top it with some chunked up cabbage and let it cook a bit more. When the meat and veggies are fork tender, dinner is ready to serve, Irish style. So don't wait another minute. Go online and get the recipe for our slow cooker corned beef and cabbage, so you'll be ready to serve up the luck of the Irish before you know it. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a magical way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a cloudy start to the work week. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more in your first warn forecast right after the break.
If your kitchen needs a facelift, don't replace, reface. Call Mad City Kitchens and save hundreds of dollars by only replacing cabinet doors and drawer fronts, hardware, and countertops. You'll get a brand new look for about half the cost of custom kitchen remodeling.
They just did an amazing job. The workmanship, I would say, was A1. They really impressed me, because today sometimes you don't get that, and they're local, and it was really great.
Call now for kitchen updates installed in as little as 2 days. And make it your goal to save during our Slam Dunk sale. Receive 67% off installation, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. You'll get the bonus, $500 in Mad City cash to use towards kitchen upgrades. Dial 608-298-5383. Call during this program to get the free gift with your in-home estimate.
Hello, it is definitely not macula. These are incredible.
Yeah, and you can get 2 pair as low as $59.95, plus a free eye exam.
That's such a good deal. I can't take it anymore. It is I, Macula.
Yeah, we know.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. Only at Stanton Optical. 2 pair plus a free eye exam, as low as $59.95.
Do you still want those glasses?
No!
Yes!
From kids to pets and parties, we'll lay the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 75 years. During our 75th anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $75. Carpet 1 room, 3 rooms, even your whole house, and installation is only $75. Coyle Carpet 1 Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Hi everyone, Tuesday morning we're continuing to keep you updated on the coronavirus and the effects on our day-to-day lives. And Leah will join us remotely again, talking about whether you should get tested for the virus if you've been traveling and how to stay active if you're staying home.
For the latest coronavirus reports and breaking news, watch News 3 Now and go to Channel 3000 to sign up for our daily email newsletter. Get the facts and tips to keep your family safe. News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
And Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee joining us now from the radio barn. Any problems with the milk supply and stocking store shelves?
So far, what we're hearing, Mark, is it's a store-by-store decision on whether or not they want to limit the amount of milk that people are being allowed to purchase. I also reached out to vendors like Quick Trip. They said that they have seen a sharp escalation in the amount of milk that people are purchasing, but there's absolutely no problem as far as supply is concerned. Our dairy farmers are doing a great job keeping that up, but you can imagine that distribution can take just a little bit of time. So there's no problem as far as the available amount of milk out there. Some stores have just decided that they want to to kind of self-limit to give everybody a chance to have some of that dairy goodness in their refrigerator. So don't become too alarmed, folks. Like I said, our dairy farmers are on the job. We are continuing to move forward with a few things in our agricultural circle. On Saturday, they selected the 6 finalists for Alice in Dairyland. The 73rd is going to be announced in Walworth County, slated for mid-May. That's still on schedule. Congratulations to Rachel Gerbitz from Milton, Erica Helmer from Plymouth, Stephanie Hoff from Thorpe, Caitlin Conder from Glenwood City, Julia Nunez from Chippewa Falls, and Grace Schrader from Cashton. They are the 6 candidates that will go through the final phase of interviews down in Walworth County mid-May to become the 73rd Alice in Dairyland. Like I said, right now, that's in play. One big item that did get canceled, though, Midwest Horse Fair. Organizers there said the dates are just too close, too many people, so this year's Midwest Horse Fair has been canceled. And if you were going to be involved with the special benefit auction for Brandon Cliff's family down in the Milton area this weekend, that too has been postponed into June. Barrel and block cheese unchanged today, which I think, given the way the markets are performing, that's good news. AA butter, though, did drop 4 cents down to 177 1/4 mark.
Lots to talk about, that's for sure. We're going to see you live at 4 this afternoon as well.
Yep, that's right.
All right, we'll see you then. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks.
Chris is here now with the forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. We are watching the clouds today, and eventually we're going to be watching our next rain chance as it begins to move into the picture. This is the Edgewater Sky Camera right now, folks. That gray look that you see outside, that'll be sticking around pretty much as we go through today and into tomorrow. I want to go ahead and show you things outside. Clouds will stick around as we go through today, but there is a bit of sunshine in your forecast. Then we're going to watch showers and thunderstorms that'll be on tap as we move into the first day of spring. Now, today's cloud cover is brought to us by a cold front that's working its way out of Canada. Out ahead of that, there's a lot of low-level moisture in the atmosphere, so that is condensed into the clouds that we see, but there's still a weak system touching off some snow showers towards the north, same through northern Illinois, and then some rain showers as you work your way further into Missouri. But we're going to pay attention towards the north and west, folks. This is a very weak cold front coming our direction that has a very minute amount of moisture to work with, but as that continues to slide south and east, we're going to keep that chance for a shower or perhaps even a snow shower around as we go through the afternoon and into tonight. Once I show you future track, you'll see how it's not the greatest chance, but nonetheless, it is there. Cloud cover is also helping to keep things cooler. 35 is our temperature right now. Winds coming out of the south and southwest at 6 miles per hour. Your wind chill is 30. So this is a reminder a little bit that it is actually still winter out there as we go through the rest of the week before spring arrives by the time we get you into Friday. Winds are coming out of the south and west, though. 37 in Janesville. Same for our friends over in Mineral Point. Monroe coming in at 34 right now. We'll top out right around 40 degrees this afternoon. You may be lucky enough to get a hole or two in the cloud cover. Most of us are going to be staying overcast. The cold front starts to arrive as we move through the overnight hours. And notice how that moisture starts to, well, really kind of move away with it. So the only way we're truly going to know that a cold front came through, it's going to be the change in wind direction. Instead of seeing those winds out of the southwest, they become northwesterly overnight. The northwesterly wind helps dry out the air, so our cloud cover pushes off as well. This will mean sunshine for your Tuesday. By lunchtime, temperature should be right around 40 degrees or so, but we'll continue to warm up a bit better on Tuesday. Look for those afternoon highs topping out into the upper 40s, a little bit closer to 50. But by Wednesday morning, the clouds come right back into the picture, so you will want to enjoy that Tuesday sunshine. Wednesday itself looks to be a dreary day with perhaps a very steady cold rain sticking around with us pretty much all day long. But that's not the only rain chance in the forecast. Here's your Wednesday system. That moves on out of here. Then we're watching Thursday. By Thursday afternoon, this is once again a steady rain. There will be some chances for some lightning and thunder embedded with that. Northern Wisconsin, places like the Twin Cities, they could be getting in on a winter storm from this system. So we'll be just on the warmer side of that before things start to wrap up as a little bit of a mix before we start to see more sunshine returning as we head into next weekend. So it's a little bit of a roller coaster forecast, yes, but nonetheless, temperatures are still overall warmer than where they typically are this time of the year. Today is one of the few days in that forecast with temperatures below average.
Very active.
It is going to be active. That is this. It's an active spring pattern for sure, and that looks to continue well for the next couple of weeks.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now and New, Linda Barch is on the phone, and she'll be answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call 270-9933. 270-9933. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is Jill Karofsky's arena, and she doesn't mess around. As a prosecutor and now a trial court judge, Jill has locked up criminals and protected our families. This is also Jill's arena, a two-time Ironman triathlete. No one outworks her. Now Jill is entering this arena, running for the Supreme Court to stop corruption and the influence of big money special interests.
Whether you're a violent criminal or a corrupt politician, I will hold you accountable.
Fair, tough, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
He beat me with a bat, dumped me in a garbage can, left me to die in a freezing cold storage locker. When I was rescued, I thought my ordeal was over, but I was wrong. The legal system sometimes made me feel like a victim all over again, like my voice didn't matter. Marcy's Law gives crime victims equal rights, ensuring their voices are always heard. Anyone can be a victim. Please vote yes on additional rights for crime victims.
Mad City Kitchen serves the greater Madison area. Whether you're in Baraboo, Janesville, Middleton, throughout South Central Wisconsin, give us a call now for kitchen updates installed in as little as 2 days, with lots of styles and colors from Cascade White and Solar Oak to Summer Flame and more. Finish the transformation with a kitchen island, architectural countertops, and custom hardware. Call now to beat the buzzer on our slam dunk sale. Receive 67% off installation, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, plus the bonus, $500 in Mad City cash to use towards kitchen upgrades. And last chance to call during this program at 608-298-5383 for a free $50 restaurant.com gift card with your in-home estimate. Now that's a slam dunk from Mad City Kitchens.
Welcome back. We were restricting guests into the studio for the time being, so Linda Barch is on the phone, and she'll be answering your plant and garden questions. Hi, Linda, you there?
I am, Mark. Good morning.
Good morning. 270-9933, the number to call. I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll get our first call. It's from Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Go ahead.
Hi there. Can you tell me when and how do I trim back butterfly bushes and honeysuckle?
Okay. Linda, you there?
Butterfly bushes
and honeysuckle.
Mark?
Yep, go ahead.
Butterfly bushes are going to most likely have a good regrowth this spring because we had a very mild winter. But it's too early to start to prune them now. Wait till you start to see some buds starting to push. So that's going to be at least a few weeks with this cool weather. And then prune off anything that is dead above where you're seeing that new growth. Honeysuckle, I'm not sure what kind she might be. Maybe it's bush honeysuckle, which isn't truly a Lunicera, but those you could actually prune at this time if they're too large. A lot of things can be renewal pruned if they are quite large and you are thinking about taking whole large stems down at the base. You'd want to do that before they leaf out. So on larger plants like lilac and some roses, you could take out whole big sections before you start to see growth occur.
Okay. Let's go to Tom in Madison. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
I bought a bunch of hydrangeas last year because I wanted a little different color in my garden. and I bought them in the fall and planted them, and they were still blooming in October and November. And now over the winter, I've noticed that the rabbits have eaten them down to the ground. And will those come back up, or
what color are the flowers?
Some are red, some are pink, some are white,
okay,
and some are green.
All right, let's get Linda back on the line here. Go ahead, Linda.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, there are 3 different kinds of hydrangeas, Tom. So since they were cut down to the ground and it was their first season, if the roots are vigorous enough, they will come back. You would prefer not to do that with the paniculata group, but since you're not sure of the names, just give them some time, see how they recover this year, and next year, if you're concerned, maybe you want to do some fencing around them to protect them.
All right, so they should come back. Let's go to Rick in Madison. Hi, Rick.
Hi. I have about a 6-inch branch to trim off of a birch tree. I'm wondering if there's a good or bad time to do that.
Okay. Go ahead, Linda.
I recognize Rick's voice. Hi, Rick. Most likely you understand that birch trees can be pruned at this time of the year, but they are in that group, along with maples, that are called bleeders. So what that means is with maples in the spring, when that sap comes up and people collect it for maple syrup, if you are pruning a branch off either a maple or a birch, you're going to get a lot of sap flowing. It does not mean that it's harming the tree, but a lot of times it develops sort of an ugly yellow, bright yellow, disgusting appearance. So as long as your client understands that that's going to happen, it's not hurting the tree.
Okay. Go to Margot now in Hillsborough. Hi, Margot.
Hello?
Hi, go ahead.
Yes, I'm wondering if we can plant potatoes in black plastic, and if we would then have to mound around the holes.
Okay.
Well, okay, the question is about black plastic and potatoes. Now, I think that maybe, have you read where you sometimes plant potatoes and then put plastic over it temporarily to heat up the soil? But plastic and plants don't go real well together unless you are just using it as a container. I think you're better off planting potatoes either in the ground, or you could, I have heard of people using that straw bale system and planting potatoes in those, but I would have to check on the plastic idea, because of course if it doesn't have holes to allow water to exit, it's going to get too wet and cause them to rot. So I'd have to look into what you're talking about.
Yeah, plastic and plants don't necessarily go together. All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Linda, thank you for putting up with us for the next couple of months maybe.
Everybody stay healthy.
All right, stay healthy, right. Chris is here now with one final check your forecast.
Well, things are going to be cooler than average as we go through about the next couple of weeks, Mark. As we look through the 6 to 10 day outlook, look for those temperatures across really 2/3 of the country to remain on the cooler side. However, we're also going to remain very active, and a lot of this should still be liquid for most folks. So we'll be in that active storm pattern that brings several rain chances. We're watching those. In fact, for us, as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, more rain chances next Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Chris, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great and safe and healthy afternoon.